a sense of duty. When it was her turn to fill in a role, whether she expected it or not, she stepped right up to the plate. Her father was not even heir to the throne. Suddenly, he was, and she already took on the role of being princess. Then her father passed away a lot sooner than expected. At just 25 years old, she immediately took her vows, stepped up to be queen. So that is a huge thing with her, is duty and flexibility as well. She was willing to see a role that she had to take on and step right into it and go in fully to that role, which in fact is better than doing it halfway, because by going in fully, she was able to actually do a great job. Never complaining. You cannot find one piece of footage, one quote, one text written by the queen that involves any complaining. And this is so powerful, and this is a mentality that unfortunately is not as popular nowadays. Unfortunately, every couple decades, even every couple of years, the idea pops up that if we have emotions, we should let them out. If it's a little bit cold, if you say it's a little cold, you're going to feel better. If you're angry and you punch a pillow, you're going to feel better. But common sense shows that it's not the case. If one person complains, other people feel like they want to complain. I've had people around me who would complain about little things, and they would mention things that I didn't even notice, but now that they mentioned it, it would make me a little bit annoyed at it. So complaining, it spreads from person to person, and also it strengthens one's negative emotions. By the queen controlling her emotions, it's like watering a seed, watering either complaining, or by controlling her emotions, she's watering the seed of self-discipline and of not complaining. So that is a huge lesson from her, is to not complain. Then there's a really obvious one, which is commitment. She immediately made commitments and she kept them. When she said she was going to do something, when she said she was committed to her role, she did exactly what she said. And the wonderful thing about keeping commitments is, one, it builds faith in oneself, but also it builds others' faith in oneself. Because if someone does what they say they're going to do over and over, that is going to build trust in them. They're going to get, in the queen's case, she already had her role, but for other people, you're going to get more power because people trust what you say. Even in her case, people would listen to her more, so she could have a larger impact. And there's something interesting about this last quality. I have noticed that you rarely hear the word lazy anymore. It's almost like a bad word, and that shows that the focus on character is very weak. And the queen's number one quality that helps all this is the opposite of lazy, which is discipline. She was incredibly disciplined. She was able to focus on what needed to be done regardless of how she felt. The funny thing is, we don't even know how she felt about doing what she did because she was so much doing it and never complaining that we would never really know. So that's a really powerful characteristic. And the thing about discipline is having values. Knowing what's important to you can increase your discipline. So feel free, drop a comment with something that you value so we can build our own values and discipline. Have a great day.